actually going to do it from in here.
And I should tell you, I may need to jump off for a short call with our friends at Wizards.
No problem, anytime.
But then I can also just jump back on.
Cool. So, fair warning, Marshall might disappear for a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome. It's Friday afternoon Seattle time, and that means one thing around here these days. It's time for the chat gauntlet. This is where I take on 7 of my viewers. Sometimes an MVP shows up to help the chat team. This time we got an MVP showing up, but he's on my team. I got Marshall here. How you doing, Marshall?
Hey.
And anyway, what we do here is we're going to draft offline in an app, a website where we can do all human in-pod drafting. And we're going to draft there, Ikoria, and we're going to export our decks back into Arena, and then I'm going to use the friend challenge system here that we've got here to battle the viewers in a 7-game gauntlet. We call it the chat gauntlet because I take, instead of a usual tournament where you do 3 rounds and figure out who goes 3-0, we're going to play 7 rounds, and I'm going to play everybody I draft against once. So everybody gets 1 shot at me, and it's kind of fun because we get to see who gets 4 wins on the week, me or chat. So it's me versus chat for the 4 wins. So far, I've come out ahead. Chat is looking for their first 4-win day, and if they happen to get a 7-win day, it's bad news for my head because I have made an offer that if they can 0-7 me, Motor City Mama gets to lead the initiative to redesign my head, redesign the hair on my head from the neck up. It's just for fun. It'll probably happen sometime and it'll be hilarious, but the idea is that even as if I were a 50-50 player, it'd be pretty rare to lose, quote, 7 coin flips, but it's a fun little thing dangling there. But first things first, let's see if chat can get their 4th win before we worry about whether they can get their 7th win, right? Mm-hmm. And if you want to win in the secondary market, you're going to check out cardkingdom.com via my panel down below. Check out the Card Kingdom logo down there. It takes you there from here, which is very important to me because it lets them know that you're hearing this message. And you like me and you're supporting my stream by going ahead and clicking that link and checking it out. If you regularly buy physical Magic cards, you're going to just want to at least keep Card Kingdom in your stable of possibility. Nobody gets all of your business when it comes to the Magic secondary market, but if you don't at least have Card Kingdom on your radar, you're not doing it right, because they will often win your business on a number of axes. They're my favorite place to shop for Magic cards, and they've been sponsoring my content since basically I started making it in one way or another, so I really appreciate that. Thank you, Card Kingdom. And normally this is where I click on the 1500 and we enter, but we're not doing it here. We're going to switch to left monitor. I'm going to drop this window down. And Marsh, you're not going to be able to see chat unless you have it up separately on your own screen here. So that's good. In fact, maybe I have trouble monitoring chat during the draft, so you can be our chat man here. But bunch of liars here. Motor City Mama never wants to play me. She's always got an excuse. I have a long list of Motor City Mama's excuses for not playing against me. And it's funny, Mama. I don't believe that any of those people are you. Okay, I want all of these Motor City Mamas to, within the next 20 seconds, name 10 Michael Bublé songs. Go. I know you got one. Everything is one. Actually, I was going to say, I was going to joke this morning, Mama. I chose the song Everything by Imperial Teen, but you could have muted my stream and gone and played Everything by Michael Bublé. Anyway, let's get on with this. Yeah, let's see some real names here. Who am I actually playing? Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Stop helping Mama duck me and show me who you are. All right, and I'm ready anytime. So as soon as you all are ready to go. Not forcing anything, but I always have my eye on ye old cycling deck and where that's at. Any payoffs getting passed. My chat's pretty savvy. I don't think any premium cycling payoffs are going to get passed early. Yeah, absolutely. The 7 drafters have muted, and I don't mind if they come back and check out after the draft, but yeah, so Luca seems like a fine place to start. It's hard to read. I wonder if I can zoom it big enough, but 5 mana Planeswalker +1. You exile the top 3, and creature cards are castable. So if you take Luca and build around, you got to get creature density. But you can also exile a creature control and then reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal a creature card with a higher converted mana cost. Put that card on the battlefield so you can upgrade creatures with the -2. And Archie, though, is an interesting. Do you like this, Marsh? Is it just powerful enough? Oh, maybe we. I don't know if. Oh, okay, sorry. What do you think? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Rock Slide could go with a first pick Luca. So could Regal Leosaur, but this is a card that doesn't have much of a home. Well, yeah, because the trouble is the go wide is humans, and so what are you mutating onto? It's not been great. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, you guys, Marshall, you just don't talk for a second, and you all. I'll fix this in a second. I forgot. It's the same thing. I'm using that left monitor setup where Marshall isn't here, and I need to. How do I do this? Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me to manage this on the fly. If you want to talk me through it, Marsh, maybe I can like even bring, you know, like sources plus audio. Trying. Yeah. Okay. So hold on. I want to make a pick, and then we'll try and get back to this. It's funny. I'm hearing Marshall talking. None of you are. It's funny. We have we have 2 red cards, and is this any good? Not really. We could take a Howlbonder. Marsh says this is sweet but not good. Howlbonder. We could also just. Yeah, Frosty. We could look at blue, white, or red, white. So, jeez, blue, red. You know what I mean. 6 seconds though. What am I doing? I don't know if Football Creator is correct. I'm not. I'm going to go with the card that could be. It keeps us mono red basically. I don't love this, but that wasn't a great pack. Now what do we like? There's a Polywog. We could get into some blue-red mutation. Ominous Seas is really strong and still here. We could do blue-red. Yeah, blue-red cycle Ominous Seas. I think I'm going to take Ominous Seas on spec over the Symbiote on spec. Oh, shoot. Huh. So this. Can you hear me? Did I screw up? Now I wonder if they can hear me. I know, but I might have deleted the wrong one. Is I know there were 2 called Spike, 2 called Skype. Well, let's get through the draft here, and then we'll get it fixed. Okay. Um, sorry for the torture. Oh, gosh. um, I don't know if we can pause it. Okay, so well here is let's. You want capture? I like kind of otter if we're. Yeah. Viewers, what we're picking through. I guess we can take a phase dolphin. I don't like this card, but I mean we do have the otter. That's a thing, kind of. But maybe we just want. Yeah, Volpakid is probably better. Like we haven't seen much red after we made 3 red picks and then haven't seen any. And Volpakid is strong, so. And shredded sails, I'm going to take here. Oh, Terran is good too. I'm going to take Terran. Marsh agrees. I don't. That can't be it. That's not it. Why would that be it? Maybe I'm supposed to take this. I'll take a keep safe. I'm too disjointed here. In the mixer, any tracks are muted in the mixer. That's interesting. Alert box, rat burglar. No. Nothing's muted in the mixer. Oh, this is weird. Is it this? Oh, there's a. This is why you all say my audio was weird. Let's try this. Here, look at this, Marsh. I'm going to show you why I hate Streamlabs, okay, everybody? Here's why I hate Streamlabs. What is this? I didn't put minus 116,250 in this spot. I didn't do that. I don't know. Now, maybe... Oh, nice. I guess we're red again. Never weren't. Want that heron. Curious, does Marsh audio show up, though? Maybe not. Marsh is talking, so if you're not hearing him, we're still stuck on that front. But... can't believe that. Anyway, we're going to confirm that pick. Yeah, all right. We're just going to have to make it through this draft. We're in... Yeah, we're gonna hop back and forth, and we'll be okay. All right, how's that? Can you hear me? And Marsh, give a check. All right. Stinger is we're blue red. All right, we have you. It worked.
Oh man, our brilliant game plan devised by Chad is falling apart. You actually figured it out.
Ha! So Stinger, I mean, we're not really doing the thing, but it takes it from the cycling deck, and it does play in our deck, and it's findable by Luca.
Yeah, and we're
not doing anything else. Try to wheel the development, maybe.
Yeah, and you know, you are in the core cycling colors, so there's a decent chance that you can veer over and have like value cycling rather than like pure cycling deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a tactician?
Yeah. Well,
maybe you're just a cycling deck.
Do we have enough? I mean, we don't have anything cycling now. Not really.
I would still take tactician, but
we're not even white yet. Like we just take Stinger or Oddity. Like I think we should embrace our blueness.
Yeah.
And not. I mean,
I would go for upside.
Oh, it's number 2. I thought we were in pack 3 actually.
Yeah, this is pack 2.
Okay, with pack 2 we can spec on the tactician if you want.
I mean, I feel like we can get it. I mean, we just got Stinger Tactician. We already have Ominous Seas.
Fire Prophecy we just want.
Yeah, that's a good card.
Yeah, there's the healer. I still want to be like, we're not abandoning our blue though. Although Keep Safe, Convolute, Crystal helps us with
the card we really want is Ominous Seas, and the rest are like whatever.
And this is whatever. This is. I don't want 2 of those. Yeah, there was a Seas. I think I passed. I can't remember what I passed a second Seas. Right? Did I pass it here? Did I take it Fire Prophecy over it?
Yeah. I don't know. Second Seas is less of a priority to me. I mean, It's kind of the you want as many as you can get, so you always have one on turn 2. But then, in multiples, not that they're bad in multiples, but that's a lot of waiting around and doing nothing if you draw 2 of them.
Well, so I guess there's mission. I mean, whether we're cycling or not, we're taking the reconnaissance mission over something like Frenzied Raptor.
Mm-hmm. It also gives us a reasonable backup plan, like with the flyers and stuff like that.
That's our second mission, by the way. We do have 2 of those now. Not a lot of creatures making this work, though.
Yeah, we could play 2 missions. It has cycling.
Yeah, sure. Same thing with Seas, I think is what they were saying. Yeah.
They were saying you're never playing 2 missions, right? It's like, well, you can.
Yeah, it depends on. I mean, certainly the lesson of the cycling deck is like you have as many generic 2 cyclers as you want, right? The real question is like, at what point are you cutting them for non-synergistic stuff? For like a Heron or whatever. Which you're going to take a Heron, I think.
I think so. There's a Frostbale Ambush as well, which is a castable card that's also got cycling 1.
Yes.
But I think I like the Heron because we're still not dedicated to the cycling deck. Like, if we use the Snare Tactician to manage the board a little bit here and there versus what we're used to with it, which is dominating the board, that's okay. And, we could really get some action going with those reconnaissance missions with these flyers.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Heron and lean a little away from cycling. I kind of like the red-blue direction we're heading in, which has a light cycling component, but if we want to play that Planeswalker especially, we want to get these creatures in there.
Yeah, I
really like a Lynx.
Jubilant Skybonder in these decks, but it says a lot about how good Frost Lynx is that it's just the easy pick over it.
This is a human, no mutate, and not where we want to be because of that for me, since we picked up the Heron. And
I just think Frost Lynx is just straight up a better Magic card, which is like insane because it's a common, but it's just better.
Gust is great here. Mm-hmm. Escape Protocol is interesting. It actually does a trick with Frost Lynx. The trouble, it's one of the few. There's just not many things that actually it triggers. But Marsh, I played against someone who was using this really effectively to protect their handful of critical cycling payoffs.
Okay.
I could not kill their Snare Tactician because they always had the mana to save it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting use of that card, and I hadn't really thought about that before.
Yeah, that seems relevant.
But I don't think we need to do that here. I think we just want the Gust. Yeah, I think we probably are just, this is a great stinger here. Maybe we splash a Tactician. Let's see. Probably not. Although this mutates too. We want flyers attacking with
these are good cards
missions.
in our deck if we pick up a couple of gain lands or something. Gain lands with the crystals. That I would play those cards.
What did Kenji blink East? Do you have links? What else?
Yeah, it's really weird that they put that card in the set with mutate. That in many ways takes the place of enter the battlefield effects for most creatures.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why that card's there.
Caprador is fun, but I think we should just take development here.
Yeah, I agree. Although, we do have a Rock Slide. We have the combo. But I just think that the chance that we play white is still tentative enough that we should just stick to cards we know we want.
Yes. Although here you go. This helps.
Hey, they're a Triome. Ooh.
Triome over a Spell Eater. Spell Eater is a really good payoff for this deck, but our playables are so high, and we're not even in pack 3 yet, that I think we should pass the Wolverine. Yeah. Help splash, potentially Volpkeep, maybe even Snare Tactician, and keep things even a little more open for next pack.
Triomes are sweet.
Oh, Kenji was blinking Kong. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's a reasonable one. I don't think we're running all these keep safes, but
where have you been on keep safe?
I like it out of the board against the attrition-based removal decks, and I don't hate playing it. If I have to play one, I'm not crying.
Okay.
It's just a strikeout home run of the nth degree. If you resolve it, you're so happy.
I know.
And if you die staring at it, you question everything. Mm-hmm. So, are we more creature? Do we need creatures help our Planeswalker, but I don't know if we're playing it. Anticipate.
I would anticipate.
Well, it looks like I anticipate being too late clicking that card, so we got another Raptor.
It's fine. I don't think that was a important pick.
Trying to wheel this Wolverine or Ceratops and open on the neutralize, I think. Which is sad.
Yeah, it's a good card, but
I've never seen this do anything I care about yet. I don't know.
No, I haven't either.
I think I saw that one now that you talk about it. Because I remember Kenji blinking Karuga and it being disgusting.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty gross, too.
Yeah, anything else here? I think we wheel the Wolverine. You take the checkpoint officer. You could take Splendor Mare if you thought there was a chance we would be white cycling. But this has cycling too anyway, so if we do cycling stuff, we've already got that.
Yeah, and it's just a good card. We know we want it.
Yeah, all right, let's take that. I like these Phantom drafts, the Triomes wheel.
Do they not on Arena normally?
I've not really seen them wheel. People just tend to take arbitrarily a rare over nothing. You know, like, there's nothing here good in my pack. I'll just take this rare. And then it's gone. Man, there are some ultimatums floating around that we got to keep in mind. Man.
Yeah, I wish we would have opened that. That would have been fun.
Yeah, starting there would have been a lot different. I think another Gust makes sense. Wheel this glider. We're not going to play the glider, so I was thinking of white. But go for blood. Interesting also. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count the Vulpikeet or the Raptors. 4, 5, 6. I'll count that. 7, 8. Only 8.
Maybe we just need the Rumbler here,
just to get something going.
I think it's a decent card, right? Not amazing, but a playable Magic card for 4 mana. And 8 creatures is low. Like, we're not the cycling deck.
No,
you know, we're not going to be churning through our library. Like, we need to get at least some stuff on board, and we already are on that fringe of having to play a Raptor.
That's true. We could also get Friendship, spells and creatures, and it's a mutate target. We probably wheel that though. I'm with you, Marsh. We'll take the Rumbler here and wheel something out of that pack probably. Reptilian Reflection. We're doing the pack 3. Is anybody in cycling? What's going on here? Moment. We could take it, and we have enough. We do have some cycling, and we are in red.
Also, an argument for the Marmoset here that's a similar card to Reptilian Reflection, except for that we don't have to cycle on any given turn to have it block.
Which one? Oh, the Marmoset.
Marmoset. Like, I wonder that's not fully. That's
fair. And maybe the one with mine comes around.
Oh, that would be sweet. Yeah.
All right, I'm with you. Marmoset.
First Mentor could come back potentially. Like, there's 3 cards in that pack that we.
I don't know if we're playing Luca right now, to be honest. It's so we're so creature light, but
there's a Frosty. I think we'll be good.
Okay, take Frosty.
Double Frostlinks is
probably not running the white at this point.
Yeah, are we going to be good on playables?
I think we're good on playables already. And
we have another Terran if we want it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing too. So yeah, this is looking fine.
Looking for cycling that I've missed. I'm going to track our cycling capability over there. Here's an ambush. Another stinger though. Oh, I pass a stinger. I think we should just sting it up.
You should sting. Stinger's so good. Like, because in the situations where it sucks, it has cycling. It's just, like, I still just can't believe they put cycling on that card.
And Luca finds stingers. So we're getting our creature count back up in a way I'm happy about.
Yeah. Agreed.
Ceratops is reasonable and looks like the pick here. Another Eerie Ultimatum. I hope somebody does this and gets us with it, frankly. That would be sweet to see today.
So there's 2 in this third pack floating around?
Right? I think so. I mean, it's not like this wheeled. This is pack 3, pick 6.
Yeah. If there is a...
take Crater?
Rampy. Yeah, Crater's, I think, an option here too.
Crater over, because we have enough cycling going on that we might be able to get some value, and that we got that got the prickly dude marmoset.
Yeah, plus trample plus the momentum rumbler's a thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a way to kind of steal a win from a would-be chump blocker.
Helps us feel better about if we want to shave some lands, we can kind of do that now too.
Yep.
Frosty, though, I kind of like laying down the frost, the stingers into the frost, into the fours.
Many as I can get. Yeah, frosted up. Wow, that's insane. We have 3 Frostlinks now.
And
also,
and importantly,
we can Luca Frostlinks into some, something sweet.
Phoenix or Rumbler. More 2-drop creatures would be nice, so that we have where Lynxes are clearing the path for something, but we'll see.
True. Yeah, if we that's true. But Lynxes will also let us just stay alive long enough.
All right, ambush for, and this is this is a deck where I'm highly likely to cast the spell side of it. Chat and I were talking about that this week. I was initially saying that you don't cast this spell much even in a blue deck, but they were pointing out that a lot of the blue decks in this format are tempo aggro, and you can end up casting this.
Yeah, and you are definitely tempo aggro.
Yeah, but we can take a Ceratops. It also fits in the deck and is findable.
Yeah, but I prefer the ambush here.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I just thought I'd at least mention.
Do we have triple stinger?
Yeah, we have triple stinger.
Yeah, so I like that.
And we got a Ceratops anyway, which I am going to take here over the Anticipate.
Yeah, we already have an Anticipate, I think.
No, I failed to pick it, but I also think we really do want to focus on creature density.
Yeah, it always in these decks is better to just be a cycler, just because of triggers.
Mm-hmm. I would just like to point out that I solved a tech issue on the air.
Yeah, you did. We threw you the hardest hardball we could, and you somehow got through it. And came out with a good deck, too. It's pretty annoying.
We're going to gack a Swallow Hole from somebody else.
Or we could splash it.
Yeah, we might splash it.
Do you think it's good?
I do think it's good. I especially love it, obviously, when you have Tacticians. Because then it's just removal.
Yeah.
Then it's like, it's almost better than swords at that point. I'm pretty high on it because when the cycling deck is trying to find its lands, you need to be able to interact cheaply. And often your opponents are trying to beat you down because you're low on land with your cycling deck and are missing it or whatever. And then it allows you to come back in, allows you to do something.
Right. Cycle a card and play a 1-drop and get them.
So there's an Anticipate, but again, as you said, probably just rather have the Hampering Snare. Probably not playing either one, but if we're playing either one, we probably want the Snare.
Yeah.
What shouldn't have wheeled east? He was taking. Well, this is best of 1, so I don't like the volley. We'll take Spontaneous Flight from the pack. I don't think we're taking it from anybody.
And Trevor's right. He said, I'm gacking that crystal with passing 2 Eerie Ultimatums.
Yes.
Yeah, I think letting them have an Indatha crystal is probably a mistake at that point.
All right.
Play.
30 cards we're looking at. One of them is a land. I'm going to take it out of the deck right now just so we see what our real total is. 29. Making some cuts. Want to play this.
Are kind of the easy cuts, right? Like Hampering Snare.
Start there. Want the Seas. I think this is a little oppressive for what it does.
Agreed. I cut at least one Raptor.
At least one Raptor.
Yeah.
Where are we at on creatures if we don't cut any more Raptors? We have Phoenix, Rumbler, Ceratops, Otter, Lynx, Raptor, Marmoset, double Lynx. That's 9. 3 Stingers is 12. Heron is 13. Terran is 14. So
that's good, but we could lose the Ceratops if we wanted.
Yeah.
And then I think we want to play. Is it 16 lands or 15 lands in this deck, do you think?
Definitely at least 16. We're definitely not doing 17.
I would say at most 16. I would consider 15.
If we're willing, if we're ready to just, run these cyclers and cycle, even cycle our stingers if we have to, then we can.
I would, yeah.
We could take out a mission.
Yeah, definitely.
One mission, and then I want to find one non-cycling, non-creature to get rid of, and that's looks like this. I'm just looking at the options, not making any suggestions.
I think I would take Gust of Wind out.
Could also cut the Raptor.
Yeah, which I think is reasonable too.
Because we are cycling, so even though we want creature count, if we're cycling, trouble is the fact that you're like cycling fakes creature density from a draw standpoint, right? Like, yeah, we only have 13 creatures, but we cycle so much, it's kind of like having 15 creatures. That's a fair thing to say, but not with regards to Luca, because you don't get to, when Luca looks at your top whatever, you don't get to take your cycling cards and say, well, let's say we cycled that, So right. You do want a high creature count, even with cycling with Luca.
Can we just play 15 lands here, though?
We could.
I'm inclined to do that. I mean, if you look, our only expensive card is Wingfold Terran, because the Dreamtail can come down for 4.
Yeah.
Right. And Luca's a true 5. But we have 1 5-drop and 1 6-drop. And in my experience, if you're aggressively cycling, you always hit those lands,
East just wants to cut the 1 cycles, but we have Ominous Seas East and 3 Stingers. They're legit. Like, they actually do stuff. And actually, this I want to cast sometimes. Yeah. This I want to cast sometimes. One of my bigger early leaks has been forgetting that I can turn creatures into 4/4s. Like, this is I just think of this as cycling one when it actually does some work sometimes.
Yeah.
Cut the land enchantments. What is I'm not sure what you mean by that. The land enchantments. Oh, the footfall crater.
I wouldn't.
I'm cutting just a generic cycle 2 before that.
Yeah, I also just wouldn't cut anything. I would.
Yeah, I'm with Marsh on trying 15 here. I think we have the tools for it. And I like 8 red, 7 blue on the Phoenix. Oh, count the 1 cycle. Sorry, East, I missed what you're saying. Yeah, we could cut the Terran and even bring something else back in. You might be right. Like, you might be right on 15, Marsh, but we could cut Terran and bring in back even the Raptor and just keep it low, low, low.
Yeah, I kind of like having the 1 Terran out there for Luca, just to randomly hit off of a 4 or whatever.
Gotcha. There's a sleeve giveaway. Nantuko's giving away sleeves. If you want to be entered to win Nantuko's sleeve code, type in sleeve right now.
Cool.
Almost done, though. Anyway, sorry, Marsh. I kind of cut you off there to say that.
No worries. I was just saying that I don't hate having the 1 6-drop floating around for Luca hits off of our 4s, because I don't think we have, like, if we do Luca, is the only thing we can hit the Dreamtail.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's close either way. Like, I could see just having a Raptor in there and being like, screw it, we're just low to the ground. But we really do have a lot of cycling, for a non-dedicated cycling deck here,
Kenyon, he's not as amazing as a Planeswalker can be, but I think he does the work to be worth running. You just run, because because like, even if you're just sitting there plussing, they have to figure out how they're going to get at it, and then you're just, even if you're hitting half to like 65% of the time, it just, like, its floor is still very good.
I mean, we're hitting way more than that, right? Like, yeah. It's top 3 cards. Like,
I think we're good. And
yeah, and plus he comes down, he pluses and goes to 6 loyalty, which is huge. And then the next turn pluses and goes to 7, and then there is an ultimate on 7 that can just kill your opponent depending on the board. Okay, Ryan, I'm going to go jump on my Wizards call for a little bit, and then I'll call you back when I'm done with it, okay?
Right on. We'll see you back when you can.
All right, good luck in your round.
Thanks, bye. Okay. Marsh will join us later, and now my audio will reappear. I'm looking forward to getting Marshall to help me figure out why I can't get, hopefully he comes back and we have him on video and with full game audio as well. I mean, to be fair, Wizards pays him and I don't, so... I mean, if Oppo successfully controls our deck to the point that we mill and deck ourselves, I salute. Like, we have the aggro, we have the ways to win, we have the win conditions, we have the card advantage. There's no reason this deck can't win before they deck us. If we get decked before we win, it's because their deck did its job and stopped us. But I'm not gonna, not gonna worry about it. That is very much true. I love him. Wizards loves him the way they love their content creators, but... All right. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to switch to some cooler lands at least. Oh, I did have a tricycle land. It should be in our sideboard. We'll just pull that in. Gonk. And we want blue and red. Let's go with these today. They are so pretty. Still on the air, hello. My wife has returned home. Still on TV. Extra long Friday stream. And then... Yeah, this is right. Okay. And I'm going to add some planes to the sideboard in case we want to splash there. And I don't think there's anything else even possibly that we would splash. So I'm not going to worry about those other colors, but I will add some. Sure. Right on. I'm going to skip the fancy naming and get on with it here. Jedi Dawn is my first opponent. I'll see if they're ready. Also, this is the, I think, second time I've gotten Luca on this draft. The last time it happened, we got it back-to-back drafts. Here we go. Come on, Streamlabs. My God. All right. This weekend, me and Streamlabs are going to have some words. All right, we're going to keep this. Hopefully they give us a nice Fire Prophecy target and we find something to... Or we just find land. That's the other thing that I wouldn't mind. I don't see those. Oh, here, I can also... I turn off my emotes against randos, but against chat Gauntlet, I can be kind and say hello. Yeah, I don't see throwing Fire Prophecy at either of those. I'm going to drop an Otter. Oh, they could drop a Marmoset, but I like Otter with the links back up. If they come up with one big body to try and get through with, we can send in. If they keep both back here. Yeah, so we'll probably lock in the Dancer, but still can't attack. Maybe I just go Marmoset here. If we Prophecy the Grim Dancer, though, I could like pitch a Frost Lynx and try to find a land. This mutates on red, though. I'm just gonna play Marmoset. It's fine. Oh, we definitely want to kill this off, and if it had lifelink, I would be a little more anxious to kill it off. But it's not gonna race their life total in the wrong direction, so we can take a turn. And this is great, because now it's not as great as I was thinking. I was thinking we could lock down and get the Otter through. We could still get the Otter through via Phoenix, and maybe I should. They're tapped out. Let's just make the Phoenix into Otter into a Phoenix and get there. And then we'll come back with all this removal and control after. Meme redemption. Well, all you have to do is do like what you just did, and I come around. We get it. Don't worry. All sorts of time death, right? Which one was it? All of them? Did he really redeem all of them? All right, here we go. I'll pepper him in.
There are some who call me Tim.
And actually, given the current situation, this maybe is appropriate.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Oh, so it's not all of them? I don't know. What do you want? What? Don't lie to me. Tell me what chat is expecting. All right, we get Frost Lynx, locking down Coil Bug. And we get Fire Prophecy. Of course, our problem here is dying before Bastion gets us. Come on, Nantuko. It's one thing to try and get me to lose magic, but don't lie to me about what people are redeeming. That's not helpful to me. Let's see. I'm going to go... I guess we got to attack. I think we're very much in trouble to the Bastion with all these expendables. I mean, they're basically... we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. But maybe we can somehow race in the air. I don't know. Can we have any? We don't have anything that gains life either. So, Deathrite, what was your redemption, though? I want to give you the meme you wanted. Yeah, I'm going to do this in case... killing the squad is interesting. I think we can't really win this one is the thing. All right, chat gets the first one. Good job, Jedi. Boy, Streamlabs is killing me today. Good game, Eddie up. I don't think I even before you stole my Phoenix for the second time, I was like, we can't really beat the Bastion. Yeah, right, Kenyon? Either I'm playing it or losing to it, it feels like. True, come on. You're being results-oriented now. The Bastion did what it did. Not the 3-3. I had all sorts of great reasons for doing what I did, and I stand by all of them. I'm not saying you didn't suggest it, but I'm saying you then looking at the results to say that suggestion was correct is results oriented. Doesn't mean that you suggest. Yeah, do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like you said, "See, I was right." And it's like, what? How does that make you right? They had Bastion. Yeah. I don't have a Rickroll. Okay, so here, I'll give you my favorite one, or here's a favorite of mine. My son made this one.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
I mean, if you need to present your full reasoning. I mean, if you're just telling me, no, it wasn't about the fact that they had the Bastion, it was about the fact that I expected the deck to do that, or whatever, that's fine. Oh, he's coming back. He's on a call with Wizards right now. Well, we'll keep up Scatter, and then we'll do some cycling if Scatter doesn't seem appropriate. Yeah, I thought we were winning that race, really. I mean, I thought we had a great looking race ahead. Oh, I almost let that happen because I play on autopilot sometimes, but that's a fine scatter target. I'm gonna cycle the Crater because we could find ourselves a bear or something. Or a raptor that we're sad we can't cast. I think so. Or we can play the Rumbler. I don't mind the Rumbler first. Because they got open mana. It's like total Blood Curdle mana, right? So I don't like doing that. I am gonna startle development though. We're gonna cycle this. Or Pyro. Probably Rumbler, though. If they don't have anything, this is the one we want to get going anyway. If they do have something, it's kind of the one we want them to kill anyway. That's annoying, but not unstoppable. I kind of want to go Frostlinks, and then we'll mutate onto the Frostlinks. Get some baseline freeze value. Sure. Seems fair. Rock Slide is a welcome sight. But I want to go Phoenix for now. I think so, right? If we mutate... We take a lot of damage, I guess, if we do. Maybe I should just kill this thing. Do we want to race? Well, I don't think we win a race if this lives. We can't win a race against a crystalline giant. So then if we're racing, we need to kill the crystalline giant. And it's 1-5 now? I don't know what you're talking about, Kenyon. Oh, the odds. Sorry, the odds. I see what you're all talking about. But the thing is, we can't beat the... we can't... Not only will it eventually get hexproof, but we cannot beat the lifelink on it, whereas we might be able to race the lifelink on... might be able to race Gyruda, or at least play enough to block. So I've convinced myself to Rock Slide, I think. The sad thing is we can't two-spell this turn. I really want a two-spell turn, but there's no way to do it. And I'm going to get rid of the lifelinker. Hey, Evil Honk, how are you? Now we can two-spell. And do we want to, like, we can go Raptor, Ceratops, and at least threaten a trade on Gyruda? I don't know if it's Guy or Jai, but I'm going to do it this way. If we get blown out here, we kind of lose, but we don't have any choices. We got blown out, we're gonna lose. What does mutating get us, Deathrite? It kills one of our creatures to get a 4/4, and then what? Yeah, he can't play around the leech there. We couldn't beat it. I'm muting anybody talking about hair before 5 losses. Nah, I won't. But settle down. Not about... Save the hair. Like, worry about 4 wins. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, exactly. See, Evil Honk is like, don't even... Sorry about that. Don't... Let go of the hair until... Like, it's kind of like... You all talking about my hair in the middle of the second game is like talking about a no-hitter... when the batters retired 4 batters, or the pitchers retired four batters. You know, just hold. Right now, brag about the fact that you're closing in on 4 wins. But I trash talk. I'm saying, like, you're getting ahead of your trash talk, East. Start with, like, yeah, you're going down today, Ryan. 4 wins coming to chat today. Although, have you looked at this hair? Check this out. Oh my God. Go ahead and beat me. I might throw this so that something happens to this mess. Deathrite, we play 7 games. So once a week, either me or Chat is going to win 4 times. And so far, Chat has yet to even win 4 times. Yeah, it's the top of the second. Let's not talk about no-hitters yet. Anyway, we're the second is not looking good for us, though. Can we technically survive? I mean, we can chump. We could chump. I mean, we can, like, technically survive, but I don't see how we win this game. I'll stick around, though. Did he mutate when I wasn't looking? Yep.
I can't use it as
all right. O2. This has never happened. Never started O2 against chat before. Good job, chat, so far. All right. Somebody predicted me 5-2. So for me to make that come true, I got some work ahead. Next up, Mad Spanner, new contestant, enters the stage. In the previous weeks, I don't even remember, man. Oh, today? The ultimatum deck we were worried about. Yeah, Razor was talking about that. All right, this looks like a good start. Can I find a win here? We're going to start on Seize over Stinger. The seas are getting ominous. Yeah, see what I mean? Stupid owl. Shut up, owl. Nobody likes you, owl. Mama probably likes you. She likes all that S. See? See? I was right. Otter isn't getting through? Sure, Otter's getting through. We have Gust of Wind. And if they want to spend their turn checkpoint officering our Otter... Alright, Otter's not getting through, but it wasn't because of that. Too bad we can't two-spell here, but I am going to... Yeah, and the trouble is we can't two-spell next turn either if we Raptor here. We could Gust here, and then next turn two-spell. But I want to play the Raptor because this goes back to what... who was saying? True was saying? Like, the bigger power here. I'm not going to cycle the Stinger at this point. I'm not going to cycle the Stinger, I don't think, but maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Because we do have the Seize that we want to get counters onto. I wish there was a sorry button. If there was a sorry emote, I would emote sorry at Mad Spanner right now. Sorry, Spanner. I won't spam the Spanner. Well, that's a decent play. I don't want to bounce that is the problem. It gives them another counter. And now the Stinger isn't doing much, so I think I will spin. Is it? But is it available? Yeah, not here. I am a little brother, but I don't think you need to be a little brother to figure that one out. Ooh, Lynx is interesting. Now, we can offer... I'm going to Lynx here. And then we offer Raptor for checkpoint officer. A little flooded on blue. Want another mountain for this here Luca. Yeah, that's something we can gust. And if we gust here, it's the same tough call for them, and then we can Luca next turn, so I'm going to gust. Ooh, and scatter. That was a beautiful gust. All right, Spanners decided it was time to make the trade. We're gonna make Spanner sad here, hopefully with the scatter. Yeah, you can get that. That's not my concern. Commando you can even have. I am not gonna let you have a poacher. Here I like Cycle. This is actually a good spell for us to cast in general, but right here it gets us an 8/8 and we can get Luca to boot. However, that would have to go shields down on scatter. So there is that. We can 6 mana. Can't cast both of these. I think we start with spinning the ambush at the very least. Terran's kind of interesting. I think with the 8/8 and the scatter, I just want to hold here. This poacher is the type of thing that could help Spanner get back into it. And an 8/8 is pretty nice. They have to deal with that. Because y'all can't help it. Because we're all magic addicts, and when you put a magic puzzle in front of us, we want to solve it. It's very hard to intentionally sabotage, isn't it? I mean, I'm definitely calling. You know, an all-out attack suggests that the 8/8 is probably going to die, but I still feel like I gotta make him have it. I mean, it probably gets curdled here. They didn't go for their poacher, so I'm kind of expecting dead 8/8, but all right, we spent 2 mana and they got to use premium removal, or it's going to be bad news bears. I like that I can Phoenix here and keep scatter up, so that's actually what I'm going to do. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna go 8/8 flyer. I think the 8/8's good enough on its own. I want to split the value here. Although this does close it out pretty fast if they don't have it. It's a, you know, you're taking a big swing for the fences if you go for the flying 8/8. And let's see, they could go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They can crack back for 15 if they've got the +2/+1 team. But my math says that is not 16, so I'm going to be aggro. They've got easy blocks on the Octo, I know, but we're going to keep... in fact, maybe they're easy enough, like with the cat, that I don't even bother. Yeah, I've talked myself out of the attack. It's just so chumpy for the rest of the way that I like Phoenix doing work in the air and 8-8 managing the ground. Yeah, I really want to get this, obviously, with the scatter, but we're going to scatter this. Rock Slide we can now use on our buddy, but a Terran, a hexproof Terran seems good here. Are we going to lose to if we hexproof a Terran? And we can Rock Slide a Poacher. And now maybe we're low enough. Let's see. Let's go back again. If we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. +2/+1, the team could kill us. So I'm gonna be extra patient here, I think. And we got pump like. Oh, this doesn't pump. It's just a 4/4. Never mind. So often the Phoenixes pump. I thought maybe there was a pump. No, I'm wondering if we don't even send in this, or else we potentially lose to +2/+1 the team. I mean, it would have to be like this card specifically, or on the top of their deck, which is unlikely. I'm gonna risk it. +2/1 doesn't kill. We're at 9, and we block this and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why would... It does if we attack. That's my point. Like, do we risk it? Do we not attack, or do we attack? That's kind of the whole point of the question of here, right? And I don't want to go to lethal, but we also got to take some risks. But I don't think we have to take it here. We got a good hand coming up. I'm going to be extra cautious here. Thinking, I wish that, like, there's nothing to say in response to that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if they attack all, like, I wouldn't stay back to block, and not. Although this is interesting. Like, yeah, with 2 mana, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't 2 spell here. But could Rock Slide... All right, let's... let's play Luca and up. Although then they could get a big attack in. That's true. We can sack the Phoenix and get it back. But we can't get anything with 4s. This was our only thing above 4. So sacking either of these to Luca doesn't actually do anything. So it's really a question of whether we're rock sliding the Poacher or playing Luca this turn. And I'm going to rock slide the Poacher. I'm going to continue to play a longer game here. And... stay on D, although it seems like they don't have the +2/+1 and could probably start attacking with the Phoenix, but we hope to start doing that next turn. All right. Well, Luca's going to make that die now just so we can get it back. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I going to go 03? I think we got to go... How do I not lose? I think it has to be blocking this 2-2 and finding something on the top besides Luca. Can't cast both of those is the problem.
Dissenters are welcome to debate me in battle. I only bond
All right.
the strongest around me.
Brutal. From an 02 for the first time ever to obviously first time ever in 03. Closing in on losing the week. It comes back tapped. And it exiles, yeah. Oops, I hate that. I'll be sweating it if I lose 2 more. I don't care if I lose to you guys week to week. I don't want to lose 7. I mean, I care. Of course I want to beat y'all. Come back from the 03 hole to win the series. What am I, the 2005 Boston Red Sox? I'll take it. Probably keep up Scatter Prophecy on 2. Maybe not, though. See what Zach pulls off here. Oh, that's right. I didn't think of it because we pulled the Dreamtail Heron into the 4-drop slot because we were treating it like a 4-drop. That's what I did. I feel like if I play Stinger, I'm playing it into their Prophecy almost. But it is pretty decent here, and if they use up their own Prophecy or Scatter on it, that's not the worst, right? Yeah, you're right, True. We'll just get the Stinger out. That's fine. That's if you think I'm 50-50 against the field, Zori. I may be worse than that. I may be better than that. There's some good players in this draft. Zach here is an excellent player. Hey, Queen, thank you for gifting that sub. And I kind of like... We can offer the Stinger, or we can Lynx the Stinger. If we offer the Stinger, do we want the trade? I mean, it seems like Zach is mutating. I'm worried about this Greater Sandworm being reanimated. But we can also just Lynx. And then they get 1 turn to mutate. And if they mutate, are we then kind of screwed? Then we're kind of screwed. I really don't want to let a mutate go through here with no contest. But I think I will offer the Stinger. It's not that as important. It's not super important to us, and it feels like Symbiote is important to them. I'm fine with this. Want to save this Neutralize for the possible reanimation spell. And they already have their mana. We could let them have this, and then Link's, and then even potentially even Mission. But Link's next turn doesn't leave us with anything that we can hold up. Yeah, Spanner, I felt like I had you, and then you turned it around on me. Good job. I'm going to scatter this, but I'm not sure about it. If Zach is out of land, this could be big, right? If he's stuck on 3, he wasn't stuck on 3, but he might have been. Could play the reconnaissance mission and eventually try to draw cards with it, but I think we just keep that as a cycle, and I'm not going to do a no-value Frost Links. We're just going to pass here. I don't think the ultimatum we saw was in... You know, again, this is Jund. It's not one of the wedges. So there's no Jund... stuff. And I think, again, I can't bring myself to counter that. And we could burn it, and then they get a land. We probably want to do that anyway. I'm going to start with cycling away the mission. It's not doing enough for us on this board. Okay, C's is a little more interesting. I'm going to Prophecy the Fertilid, though. They get 1 land out of it, but they lose the mutate target.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Fiddles wanted to wait. I didn't. Now what, though? I guess I'll send the land back. And I'm going to play this. Well, it's also to prevent ramping and fixing to some extent. It might just be me not playing it properly, but... Hey, Just Lola Man, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Lola Man viewers. We are battling against chat. And... Jeepers, I guess we got to counter that. I mean, I'm really worried about the reanimation and the upcoming ultimatum, but I got to counter this. Man, we could Lynx it, I suppose. Doesn't seem right either. I think this is going to kill us if we don't counter it. All right, Gust is all right. Should we play Lynx for no value into this board? I think I'm going to cycle development. Cool, we'll get you next time, Lola Man. You want to do it next Friday? We can schedule it right now. We can have Lola Man on next Friday if you want. I'm going to cycle again. Noon Pacific. So we started like 2 hours ago-ish. Yeah, we started late today. But if we had you coming, we'd try to be on time. So what Chad is nervous about is that we saw 2 of the Obzon ultimatums in this draft against Chat, and we feel like Zach here is slowly building his way towards possible ultimatum mana. All right, this isn't actually the worst. We can Lynx it down, then we can Gust it away. We're going to be all right. This Stinger not doing much, though. I'm going to cycle it again. Get an 8th closer to an 8/8 seems better to me than a Stinger. I'm going to Lynx now and then Phoenix. I know the mountains won't. That's why I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they need 2 more. At and is the Eerie ultimatum? What's the triple? Is it black or green? If it's white, then there's no way they're doing it. Okay, if it's triple white, he's probably not. Triple black. Okay, triple black is more possible then. Yeah, white's ruinous. That's a good call. Hefty. But we can hard cast our Phoenix and still Gust, so let's start there. This sorcery, so we can't wait either. We're gonna bounce Sandworm. See if Zach attacks into our possible 8. Might just hard cast this here if Zach doesn't give us a reason. Yeah, I've probably already leaked the info to Zach that we have a cycler. I was trying to click through fast, but not fast enough. Zach's on top of it. But maybe he's not sure. Maybe he's like, maybe he didn't have it. And also, he could be thinking, like, if he doesn't come for us, then what's he doing? I mean, we gotta try, right? It seems like he knows, so I'm not... But I also don't know what you could have for the 1 black-green. I guess you could have a plus... It could be a +1, +3, and it could... But even then, it dies. So I'm gonna do it. Interesting. I think we can send in... Should we? Are we attacking with this, or are we just leaving it back against Sandworm? Because we do have this that we'd even chump with, or we could play this and chump. We have chumps, so let's attack. Maybe he's setting us up for the spinner here. Oh, can't chump with Stinger. Good point. So we can only chump with Terran. Should we play Terran Cycle Spinner then? Probably. And let's just... We can even go up in the air. Should we make the Terran flying? High risk. Yeah, I guess if we're doing that, we cycle first. Can't give it Death Touch. That'd be nice. Yeah, but he may have backup chumps on his own. That's the thing. I like Terran Hexproof. You want flying? I'm just being super paranoid. But you're right. Like they can't really remove it and do anything. I probably should have made it flying. But this is, they can't block this anyway if they yeah. It's fair. I think this is probably fine on flying, because if they have removal, they would go for the 8/8. My thinking was that they would point it at the 3/6 if they could do a move that, like, let me figure out what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. Okay, here's like an example. It would be they kill our Terran and double strike it and ping us somehow. I don't know. I was just thinking, like, I was trying to not die out of the blue. And yeah, so like +3/+3 double strike, and we could lose there, right? All right, we can cast both of those, which is great. And that makes me think we should just go... yeah, I can't block the worm with either of these. This is looking... So we need this to chump, and we need another one to chump. We need to double block and try and kill that thing. So we send the Phoenix and play our other two. There we go. Well, if we swing out, we do force a block. And they're top decking, but the trouble is if we let... we have to... If we let him untap and give the make the worm an 8/8, we just lose. And so we have to keep... We either have to kill this or keep two things that can block the sandworm back. So... Actually, I like sending... No, I like sending the Phoenix and leaving this back. We die to removal if we swing with anything above, but we also need to try and win true. So I am going to give him the chance of a top deck. Timmy wants me to die. Though anybody saying I should attack with this and this is just trying to have me dead, which, you know, some people are looking for that. But if you literally think I should attack with this strategically, you're not looking at that. This can turn this into an 8/8, and it has menace, and we can't block it with our 2 powers. So if we attack with both of these, we are effectively giving up the game immediately. We are only going to attack with the Phoenix, and we're still at risk. We lose in the case of removal off the top, but we're going to risk that. Hey, Marshall, welcome back. Hope you had a good call. I'm 0-3. I need your help.
Oh man, our game plan worked. We're actually getting you. Don't worry, we'll win out from here.
And it looked like I had Zach like completely and firmly like choking against the ropes. And he goes, extra dude, Mentor on my Sandworm to get through with the Menace and actually threaten lethal, because if he pumps and gets an 8/8 through, we lose, right? Like, it was just like,
Wow.
this is what's been happening to me against chat today. I'm like, okay, I think I've got this. Okay, I'm in trouble. Okay, I'm in trouble.
Share your screen when you get a chance. I'm watching on your
sure.
video too, so I'm kind of up to speed, but it'll be synced up. Thank you.
And sure, why not rip action? Can't have my opponent rip some blanks here. We'll find a land though, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, this is good. Man, your chat must be so stoked.
They're super happy to be this close to just finally winning the week, and I know some of them have their eyes on my hair. As I said, told you, land ob. Do we offer Phoenix for Piercer?
Do we have a token, a feather token? No.
We do not. We could just wait. I mean, we're close to another 8/8. I feel like we're just waiting for Zach to top deck at that point. But maybe we find removal and then we can start attacking again. I think we just have to sit tight.
Okay, and so the Mentor on the other side is pumping up the Sandworm every turn. Is that the issue here?
Say that again?
The Mentor on the other side is pumping up the Sandworm. It's giving it a counter every turn. Is that right?
Yeah, and we only have 3 things that block it. These 2 currently don't block it. Like, we just needed some action there, and of course didn't find it.
Yeah, can we attack with the 8/8? Is that possible?
If we do, then they throw something in the way, and then we end up not being able to block and kill the Sandworm. We need to threaten to kill the Sandworm on a block, and we can't do that without the Kraken. Right, because then we have a 3/6 and a 4/4, and
yeah, well, but they're losing
got an
like
8/8.
a 5/4 or the 3/3. Like, they're losing big chunks of the board.
Yeah, but then we just literally have to double block the Sandworm. And okay, let's play it out. So we go in, we attack in. They keep Mentor and Sandworm. They give up Piercer or Rambler, probably Rambler since Piercer's holding back Phoenix. Okay, so Rambler down, and no more damage. They're at 8. We're tapped. They end of turn this into an 8/8, and then threaten it as a 9/9. They crack in with the 9/9. We double block,
right?
And
lose either one of those.
Lose their choice, and then they still have Cloud Piercer against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
and our 8/8.
And they have to block the 8/8, right?
Yes.
So then the 7 gets through. So it does present a lethal crackback if they
precariously lethal
if they brick. If Zach, I can say he Zach. If Zach completely bricks, then the 8/8 is a reasonable attack.
So, and then the other line of play has us sitting here and watching the greater Sandworm get bigger and bigger and bigger, but we have double or triple blocks that could deal with it. So we're hoping the top of our library is better.
Right.
And we have the Omnises to potentially produce another 8/8. Okay, yeah, we can sit then. I think it's really close. My inclination is to attack.
You've kind of convinced me though. I think it's correct. I think waiting around to lose to the Sandworm Mentor combo doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it does set us up. They can't crack back unless they find something, and if they do, but what we gotta.
I mean, we have to accept the risk. If
there's a risk here.
Gets messed with, we are dead. Yeah.
And there's a huge risk though of just waiting for the Sandworm to get out of range.
Mm-hmm.
And if they double block, that's great. We'll our worst case scenario is that they block with the Rumbler.
Yeah.
And that was okay to us, which is why we're doing it.
No, I know the Mentor can block next turn. That's acceptable as well.
We're taking some risk on here, but we're trying to find a path to victory. Also, if we find any non-creature spell we can cast, by the way, we get Ceratops up to being able to
Yep.
block the sandworm.
Yep. This is a very close spot.
But we won't be dead. It still has some risk, Steven. You're right. I mean, if they leave, they leave the mentor back to block, but we do have a couple of draws. Like, I feel like
We can also just not attack with the 8/8 next turn if we'd like.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, we have that.
And we'll have one of the we have one of these or the other to combine to take down the worm.
Yeah, and then Tuco also points out that the worm, will outclass our 8/8 and prevent us from being able to attack with it at some point. So if Zach draws a removal spell, we do lose here, right? If it can kill a Wingfold Terran or an Everquill Phoenix. Attack with Otter, send a message.
That's chat wanting my hair.
Hey, Dylan, thank you.
Right on, Dylan. Glad you enjoyed that. Hope you find it helpful.
Yeah, I just like I like taking advantage of the 8/8 because we have nothing else going on. And being realistic, if Zach ripped removal here and we hadn't have attacked, it's still a tough position for us to overcome. Like, we wouldn't be literally dead on board, but that greater sandworm is a major problem.
Let's see. What do we? I haven't even really looked at what we can draw that we would. Oh, sorry. Untapped GG is not seeing my deck, so I have to look at our.
We have 2
actual
Frostlinks
draft.
in the deck still? Okay,
Yeah.
that's promising. We have Luca, I'm assuming. Wow, this has been a heck of a game. Cycle Stinger.
No, I think Zach's doing the same thing. Zach is doing a lot of math and trying very hard to figure out how to maximize his win chance here, and
Yeah.
we're going to be patient with each other.
So we effectively chump with one of these. This is an unknown card off of the Cycled Stinger from Zach.
Frost Links is what it would be a great draw for sure.
Yeah, Frostlinks is almost certainly lethal. So bird goes away.
Yeah, we just need a not land. I think if we draw a land, we lose.
Okay, so you just drew another blocker. Yeah, a land would probably be a loss for us. Ooh.
All right, then.
Hello, friendo.
So what do you like doing with our friend here?
Right, so that's the question. So our Wingfold Terran is already on the battlefield, so if we sack Ceratops, there isn't something else, right? The only other card we had was the other Heron.
There's the flyer. Yeah, the Heron.
Okay,
we
so
could get a
that's
flyer.
thing. Or we could do the Otter to get any number of...
Something that can block a stupid sandworm, right?
Right, exactly.
I think we got to get rid of the Otter and find a card that blocks sandworm, and then we have a chance again.
How much mana will we have left over? 3, so we could just we could plus and take 3 shots at our 2 Frostlinkses.
That's true. We have the extra blocker here now as well.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if that's correct.
I like it. Let's do it. Let's dig.
Frostlinks, baby!
Hmm.
Well, we did hit a Marmoset we can play.
Yeah, it's at least a playable card. And we
can bash with the 8/8 here, right?
Well, we are in the same spot. We can, but we're chumping sandworms again. And do we want that? Because they're just chumping with Naturalist.
And you like it since we have Luca now to just sit back?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Because this way it gives no attack for the greater sandworm.
Right.
because we
or
can
at least a trade attack if they want to do it.
Yeah, which is great for us because that worm's just getting worse and worse. Plus, Ominous Seas is getting a little stormy, right? It's at 5, going to 6 with our draw step. We don't need a whole lot to get that going either. How long do we have to cast that Heron?
Till as long as Luca's out.
Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome. And we can mutate off of it, right?
Yes. And the Cloud Piercer, though, has reach, so we don't have a clean win.
Well, I'm actually just thinking of Luca Ultimate at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
right.
If we sit here and stare at each other, Zach loses.
Right.
So Luca was the nut. Like, that was an absurd draw.
All right. Let's not misclick.
Yeah. So is there any point to putting all 3 creatures? No, right?
Well, gives him... No,
if he kills the 8/8, then it doesn't work.
Let's
anyway.
just look. Like, killing the 8/8 stops the whole thing from working.
Well, we lose all 3 creatures in that case because you can activate Frill Scale.
Right. You can activate and make a 10/10, which kills both of these. So there's no purpose in doing that. The question is, which one do we want? 11, probably this.
I prefer this one because Terran's the safer block.
True says triple block for sure. Are you playing around like Pump True? You want, like, because the thing playing this does play around is +3/+3 or whatever.
A cold top decked pump spell from Zach. I'm not buying it.
I'm kind of with you. I'm going to I don't believe that Zach is playing the types of cards that we're worried about here with the triple block, and it lets us keep the hexproof creature, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, also we don't lose to it.
Yeah. Leech would be interesting, yep.
There's certainly cards that are in the purview of possibility that a triple block would be better against, but there's many that it wouldn't.
All right. The worm is dead for now. Watch it reanimate right now. Okay.
Okay, that's a pretty good card, but we're looking good on this Luca plan here.
Yes.
Oh, Footfall Crater.
Now we can get Marmoset pumped, and then we get 3, 4, 5. We're almost at lethal.
Yeah, and wait, does the Footfall trigger the Ceratops too for the trample? Yeah. Oh, but you want to cycle it.
Yeah, I want to cycle it for the Marmoset.
All right, we'll just cycle it first, I guess.
Oh yeah, we can mutate. We're gonna have a new 8/8 by the end of this too. We can also plus Luca. Let's start there.
Okay. We're not too low on cards, right?
I hope not. Yeah.
Links.
No, we are. We're pretty low actually, but.
All right, we didn't hit super hard, but we got some stuff.
This is 8 mana total. Can't do everything.
Yeah, I like just trying to go for the Luca Ultimate here, so just play as many things onto the board as we can.
Yeah. Well, we can go Rumbler.
Luca's at 7, yeah.
I like just mutate this onto the Otter then.
Okay.
We can't cast it. We can't hard cast it.
Well, hold on a sec. But does this mean that we don't get the Ominous Seas, or if we hit a land, we do?
To get the Ominous Seas, I would have to cycle Crater and find land. We could do that.
Well, we'll get a card off of Dreamtail, so we can also hit the land off of that, right?
Yeah, either one produces a draw. That's true.
So we'd rather have the board state with the Dreamtail Heron?
Right.
Okay.
I don't think we need to send anything, D, unless you're...
Well, let's see. So what does this thing end up being?
3/4.
Just a 3/4?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then we can't.
There's Frosty.
Frost links. All right.
I'm going to say no attacks.
Yeah. Luca is on 7 loyalty now, yes. I think it's blocked by the camera or something, maybe.
Yeah, sorry, I can move my camera so you can get a little better shot. I don't even like risking that, D. I can't tell if D's trying to sabotage us. I think he is. He's trying to be the Chad is extra dangerous during the gauntlet because some people are in it to help us.
Attack with only Heron into a 5/4 reach creature. Like, what are we?
Yeah, because he's trying to he's being clever and hoping we lose.
Or forgot about reach or something, maybe, or.
Dionysus really wants me to go 07. I'll say that.
Okay, then we're gonna give Dionysus credit for knowing and being a troll. So they can attack with all 4 creatures, tap down 1 with the Felidar, and we have 4 blockers. Does that sound right?
Looks like the desperation attack I was hoping for.
Are they all coming at you? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go here, bounce.
Yeah, trying to keep as many of our creatures alive as
bounce,
we can.
And
eat.
Eat.
Wow, those are good blocks. Yeah, baby. Oh, you got to make the thing first. Come on. We need the extra 8 damage. Oh, man, that was sick. Boom, 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 boom. I've never seen that.
All right. Wow, Zach, that was epic. Great game. Great game. Woo! Well, I'm still way up against it in coming back for winning the week. I have won every week so far, so really my pride is on the line with trying to keep my win streak going. Mm-hmm. But we did save the hair. Hair is safe for the week. We'll just do that and move on. And who have we got next? Great game, Zach. Thank you for the excellent match. That was awesome.
Oh, that was a sweet game, Zach.
And Abrupt DK is next.
Oh, man. Zach had Yadaro in deck.
Oh, wow.
Would have been a nice one. Dionysus is just giving you crap now. You were so nervous. I saw it.
You'll see me nervous at playing my 6th game 0-5 is where I would really start to legit sweat for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks, Chipmunk. I really want to know what Ryan has to say about what Chris said on the podcast. That's what I want to know.
I haven't listened yet. I'll listen this weekend and we'll talk about it Monday, okay?
Yeah, it's like about an hour, maybe a little less, so it's not super long.
This looks good. We have 2 land. Remember this is a 15 lander, so we're really shaved on land, but it's because we have a lot of cycle ones, and we're going to use them here. We do have Stinger, but I'm really about getting to the land.
Definitely. This is a deck where you don't want to hold your cyclers. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
That's all right. We got a gust for that. I love resetting the Fox down to 1. It's still nice. Good. It goes to their hand and they cycle it, but still.
Yeah. And now we got a Fox or Lynx too.
Yeah, this is all right. We can make
Nantuko,
this.
We already had that episode. That was 2 episodes ago. It ended up being one of the set releases.
All right. I like it. So obviously Fox is risking being a 3/3. We passed a lot of 1-mana cyclers in the draft. In fact, we wheeled a lot of 1-mana cyclers. So Abrupt.
Just links it then.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm just pointing out that with Abrupt DK is likely to have a pretty darn good cycling deck. I mean, we took some of his pieces. We also saw quite a few when we were...
Yeah, no, that's true. But, I love this setup with links into reconnaissance mission here. Like, this could get really great for us.
Watch it, D. You're just going to get timed out again, man. I don't know what you're calling shameful. You're the one being shameful.
Uh-oh.
D is always pushing for it.
Well, that's really annoying.
It is really annoying, but they can't get us this turn. I really wish this had instant. It was instant because one of the ways to deal with a tactician is getting rid of it at the end of their turn when they think they're going to tap a bunch of your stuff on your turn.
Oh, it's such a blowout too because they keep up all their mana and stuff.
Yeah.
But now you could just Phoenix, right?
Yeah, we can Phoenix and swing. We could Phoenix hardcast and just get wide and try to outdo what the tactician can tap.
Oh, I would definitely try to Phoenix it on itself. I would not swing because I want to have a turn where like next turn we go like Gust of Wind, Stinger, and then go Mission and be like, you know?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's Phoenix. Is it for each? Yeah, it's
It is, right?
Yeah, okay, yep.
Okay. That's what I was assuming. If it's not, then that would change it.
Sometimes I try to remember to read cards.
Stupid Snare Tactician. How are you a common Snare Tactician?
They just missed on it. I was, yeah, it's like, I keep saying it, like, it either needs to only do it once per turn, like the Rescuer, or cost mana.
Yep.
Like the Thundermane, and then be fine. But with no mana and no limit on the number of times it's broken at common.
I'm actually surprised they didn't give it cycling somehow. Like, the other ones do.
Yeah, that's funny. Chipmunk had the same thought as you did right
yeah,
there.
No, I was replying to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And yeah. Ooh, Frostlinks is nice too.
Okay.
So I like the idea of Gust of Wind on the Tactician, and that kind of forces their hand a little bit.
Let's see what they've got, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then if we hit a land, we can play Frostlinks, and if we don't, we can play Stinger, and then set up for the links and the mission down the line here.
Right, that's fair.
Because this is a significant. Like, we're not going to get an attack this turn that's reasonable, because they'll have at least one cycler to tap the Phoenix and make the Fox a 3/3. But we're just trying to set up, for that one nice turn where we kind of reload 2 cards into our hand or whatever.
That was the initial plan for the Gust, is getting rid of the Fox.
Yeah, but I think this is better. And look at
we can
this.
just tap it down. This is great.
Yeah, because this is like really clunky. Like, the best possible thing they could do next turn is Tactician plus land and have 2 1-mana cyclers. That's a lot to ask. I mean, these cycling decks don't run that many lands. Sometimes they do miss a land drop, or they have to spend a turn cycling or whatever.
Yep. Or they are actually out of. They don't have 7 cyclers in their hand. It turns out.
That's never happened in the history of this deck,
but we're never punished, as chat knows. So
right.
Although, what do they have? Well, clearly not like a Divine Arrow.
Yeah. So I'm really curious to see if they hit a land here, because that's a big.
Right.
Oh, that's so good that's all they played. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we just get to jam. Like, we'll give up a 2/2 into their stupid Reptilian Reflection to get 3 cards, right?
For the mission, sure.
Yeah.
They get our Stinger.
Are they going to try to bash us right now?
Racing? Bring it.
Because they could cycle now and hit us for 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know how this deck goes, because we could. Oh wow, they are. Oh, interesting.
Lifelink counter.
Yeah.
They think the lifelink can pull it out.
Yeah, and they're right as far as racing goes. We're going to be way ahead on cards, but the fact is, if they have 1 or 2 Zenith Flares, then we can't win this race anyway. So,
right.
Ooh. Cancel that order. We actually could.
Yeah. So what is that?
You got to get mission down.
We don't have. We could hardcast Stinger, attack, and hold neutralize.
I just like drawing 4 cards here myself.
Yeah, we do have removal. We can rock slide that or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, our board is just huge, and I want to save neutralize for the first of 2 Zenith Flares. Oh, this feels really nice. Would you like to take an action?
Action.
Boom, baby.
Action.
Fire
Action.
prophecy.
Nice.
So good. Now we could lose this turn, though, right?
Yeah, we're like, yeah, fist pump, woohoo, and then we just lose, right?
And they hit us for 9 and then flare us.
Yeah.
But again, I really do believe that there's only so many things that you can try to play around on a given game like this, because this deck hits you from so many different angles that you're just forced to choose. Like, if you sit here and you're like, okay, I'll sit back and then they won't be able to hit me and I'll do all this stuff, that you just lose, you know? Because they can just sit there and set up the perfect hand. All right.
People are talking about Stinger, and I was like, yeah, we could have played the Stinger, but if they do come back with a tactician like this is where I do want to kill this tactician before they untap.
I think that's more important.
And we can even mutate Heron onto the Lynx and have 2 lethal flyers. And
well, they're going to be at 8, so we need both of them to get in.
Yeah, that's if they attack. Let's see if they attack.
Yeah, that's
I think they may need
to actually may not be able to attack. Wow, and no reflection here too. This is awesome. Like, that reflection might be their only blocker after we prophecy away the tactician.
Yeah.
Oh man, drawing 4 cards is really nice.
It feels good, doesn't it? I like when that happens.
It really does. Scoop. Scoop them up.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Woohoo.
Suck at cycling deck. Don't suck at abrupt decay. I like abrupt, but suck at cycling deck.
Wow, that was something else.
I mean, I practically say that to myself when I win with when I lose with a cycling deck. I'm like, suck at cycling deck.
Yeah, everybody hates a cycling deck, even the people playing it.
Yes. All right. Well, I have not yet lost my 4th, chat. So now pressure's coming back on you all. Let's get another win in and take it to 7. Everybody likes a 7-game series, right?
Oh yeah.
Good game, abrupt. And Haj is up next. I forget what your account is. Let's see. Oh, do I not have you buddied yet? Maybe I don't have you buddied yet, Haj. Let me take care of that. You know, like, that's the thing. Here's your secret to capturing my hair. Like, Mama actually plays. Because I hassle Mama about not battling every time. She's finally going to battle, and I'm just going to snap 07. That's what's going to happen. Not today. He works on Fridays, D, so it's hard for him to participate. Some people have jobs around these times. Anyway, though, did I successfully add Haj? Is Haj around? Did I miss him? You there, Haj? Let's check the stream chat. Is he even in? Do we lose him?
Did you get the buy?
Might have to challenge you, Nantuko, and then see if we can find Haj. I know you wanted to be the anchor, but I'm going to go with finding someone who's ready, who's available.
Mama says Haj is ready. I think I lost you, by the way, Ray.
Oh, sorry. It was I muted because I was eating.
No worries.
There you go. I'm back. But then I forgot I muted, which is, how I roll.
The classic Ryan Spain.
Oh, yeah. All righty. Marsh Hodge is another one of the regulars whose advice is consistently in retrospect good. You know, so when Mike and Haj agree on something, it's like when Owen and Huey agree on something or whatever. You know how he said in that one time, like when we agree, we just know it's right. And it's like, so when Haj and Mike agree, I'm like, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's good.
How about keeping here? We do have a Frost Links on 3. We have a Cycle on 1.
Yeah, I would keep that one. I keep everything though.
Yeah, you keep everything. I don't know.
I build good decks, Ryan.
You're a good player too. You know, like there was a while, Marsh, where I was like clinging to the idea that I was better than you. But it really, streaming has absolved me of that notion. Like I just see every one of my mistakes. I'm like, no, I have farther to go than Marsh does right now. It's just true.
Hey, Brainiac.
With no red, I'm going to keep cycling, but I'm going to start with the cycling 1. If we find a mountain, I'll play this stinger.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, there's a mountain. And we'll play that stinger.
It says, yeah, Hush and Mike and the rest is crap. That's brutal.
Dionysus has some pretty extreme opinions, but in the case of Mike and Hodge, they're just the most right and the most talkative. I have a deep bench of chat who provide good insights, and Razor giving me a sarcastic no respect, but Razor knows that we've got a lot of talent in chat, Razor included. Lots of great advice, lots of people catching my mistakes.
You can just block here if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know what this game actually looks like for us, but the stinger's not a core part of it.
Right. I think Hodge thinks that maybe it is.
Yeah. That's why.
But that's all right. We've got we can pin the otter down and then have Rumbler next turn.
Man, triple Frostlinks is just so busted. Also, I love Hodge's opener here. Profit into Thieving Otter. It's like, you're doing it.
I love chat, of course.
Ryan does love chat. He even talks nicely of chat when he's not talking to chat.
My chat only, though. Generally, in comparison against the world of chat.
You have an unusually good chat.
How about Essence Scatter up with Startling Development up? And we could develop the links into something that eats otters?
Yeah, now the Prickly Marmoset also eats otters.
And Rumbler just eats otters.
Rumbler, right.
Yeah, I might be doing fancy play. I guess I'm trying to keep Scatter up in case.
There's maybe some mutate on the otter that we would be worried about or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but maybe the play here, let's see what he milled. Yeah, he's doing some mutate. There could be a mutate that scares the heck out of us, which is why I was thinking we could take this turn for that. But if he doesn't do anything, then we haven't spent, we've done nothing.
We just cycle Startling Development in that case, which is pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
I think I actually like your line. I'm pretty worried that there's a heron for that otter and we're just going to get blown out here.
Okay, well, we can take a turn.
Yeah, and remember, the lynx threatens the otter straight up.
The lynx threaten the otter straight up, so we could just offer that trade. We don't even need to try and eat. And if Haj doesn't do anything worth scattering, that's probably good for us too.
Right, and because I like the idea, if that happens, of cycling Startling Development, getting a draw here, and then our draw step, trying to hit a land and play Prickly Marmoset. All right, well, this is a blowout.
Yeah, we can't really do anything about any of this now.
Yep. So that sucks.
I guess we actually should cycle looking for...
oh, yeah, fiery.
But we can let him move to attack first. Oh, yeah, I could have tried cycling into a counterspell. Watch us get punished for that. Here we go. Neutralize incoming.
Oh, yeah.
2 people saw that possibility.
Should we cycle the Stinger?
I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it.
Actually.
We both, also because we want more land.
Yeah, we have tons of plays to make. All right, Frenzied Raptor. It is a little weird that he put the menace counter on the mole. I agree.
He's spreading it around. He wants.
But I mean, now we can go Marmoset, leave up Scatter, or or Raptor, leave up Scatter, or whatever. Just try to.
Yeah, Marmoset Scatter is what I like.
Me too. But why didn't Haj, if the Thieving Otter had menace here, it'd be a real problem.
Throwing a full control on. I should have done it before to give a little bit of a skip
cycle
in the flow and the cycle bluff. Yeah. Andy's asking about thoughts on the new traditional versus old. It depends on what you value. It's a little so if you value cost per game or cost per event, whether or not new best of 3 or old best of 3 looks better or worse really depends on that, because old best of 3 was a longer event. So if you were into it for cost per game, you got more games out of it in the old version. But in terms of cost per event, it's actually still pretty reasonable. And if you use the spreadsheet that Fiddle's just linked there, Andy, you can copy it, plug in your own win percentages, and really get a good assessment of where the value is for you. And there are for hopefully full control is causing Haj to think about it a little bit here.
Nope. Not buying it.
Well, this has menace, so I think he is buying it on some level. Right.
Good point. Well, the otter couldn't come in anyway, but
I don't think that's what we want to scatter.
No, not at all.
And we can Raptor and still hold up Scatter. And if we land, totally. We can Rumble and Scatter. So we're gonna let that happen.
We just ignore the Naturalist. Oh, that's a magic card.
It is. Cannot mutate it without leaving Scatter down. So I'm just gonna Raptor. And, but I'm going to do the full control again first this time to try to sell that we have cycling one here, or cycling. There is an F6 that doesn't work. I think if you right click on past turn, it's supposed to F6, but I never use it because I don't even understand what it does. It's never really functioned in a clear way to me. So offering a 1-for-1, we're at 12 to the 22. I think we need to take the offer.
It sucks to give up the Marmoset, but it looks like Hodge just doesn't think you have a cycler. Because this is an extremely risky attack.
Yeah.
I think you just cycle one thing and they just.
I think he specifically noticed that the pauses were full control and not natural pauses, and therefore
you drew a card for the turn and then had full control on. I don't know. I mean, any cycler in your whole.
The thing is, really sharp players can tell the difference between pauses that are because cycling is available and pauses because you've hit full control.
Well, I don't know how much. Okay, that might be true, but do you really have that much confidence to just throw away? A 3/3 trample menace on your read on that? That's really, yeah.
Well, okay, so then clearly Haj is a cheater and has stream sniped.
I'm not suggesting that.
I know you're not. Ridiculous. I know. Of course it is. Everybody knows that. That's what I'm just joking.
I wonder if you should attack with the 4/2. That's probably greedy, right?
Well, we have Scatter. If he uses removal again, we're kind of done. Good one, Zach. Yeah, let's do it. I think you're right. Although the Raptor does hold the Phoenix, maybe we do just want it later for that. But the Phoenix, because
we could just also cast it at some point. Yeah,
right. Right now we can mutate.
Much better if you mutate. But.
Well, and right now we can't can mutate. So that's what I was thinking of. But we have other stuff to mutate on, including the Terran, the Rumbler. We could go hexproof and mutate the Phoenix onto it. We even have the mana. We just want to keep Scatter up right now. That's the only thing kind of preventing us from getting to that play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to rumble here and keep up the scatter, and no longer keep up the pretension that I have cycling. Bargain. Strong.
Okay.
Oh, we drafted offline. If Estee, if you're asking what we're up to here, it's this.
We could get a double striking Everquill Phoenix if we do a little work with the Rumbler.
Yeah, that would be reasonable. Although
What did,
again, maybe
what did
not
Hodge
even worth
put
it.
in the graveyard from?
Oh, good question. Should pay attention to that. Great Horn.
Great Horn? Oh wow.
Mecha Godzilla.
I gotta scatter that.
Yeah, I gotta scatter that. I think Hodge knew that's what that was, though. I'm so that we were holding a counter. I'm kind of bracing for a follow-up play that's also pretty good. But our follow-up,
same. But I mean, that's
yeah. You still got to do it. You still got to do it.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like they didn't actually have it. Wow. I wonder if Hodge goes Facet Reader, do we counter it? Like, it's not impossible. That card's very good in a board state like this.
Yeah, although I think we're going to try and make it not as good here. I like Terran, and then go ahead and Phoenix mutate the Phoenix onto the Terran, and then we just have a flying, either a flying 4/4. Or, the hexproof is just great, right? If we can hexproof the flyer,
it is great. There's a argument to be made for the Momentum Rumbler.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we just do that now.
Right, which we could do now and get in for 4 with first strike and then 8 the next turn with double strike if it's not messed with. The Wingfold Terran plan is also reasonable, though, because it basically means we're going to have a 4-powered hexproof flyer that's going to be extremely difficult to get rid of. Where if we go for the Rumbler, we could get back the Phoenix, but it would set us back a lot.
I'm also worried about this last card.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go a little careful here. We could also send in the
Can we
Rumbler.
attack with the Rumbler? That's the question.
If we attack with the Rumbler, we can't get 2 things, but if we're happy to take one of our choice,
all 4 things in front to get.
Yeah, that's true, because we'll have first strike. Okay, let's do it. Let's send in the Rumbler and then drop the Terran.
Yeah, I like that. That's a sweet line, because that sets us up to bash with the Phoenix next turn too, on either one that we want.
Yeah, actually, and yeah, I guess
I guess we still want hexproof. But...
Right. I was starting to get greedy now since he didn't block there, and like, ooh, we could just go big power in the air and everything. 8, 9, 10, 11. If 3 plus 8 was lethal, then I would be more inclined to do it, but it's not. So let's just give it hexproof and work the 8, the double striking Phoenix next turn.
No, hello,
big boy.
That's a Luna, right?
I can't even tell. It's Luna. It's like the Star X, except it doesn't hit lands. Oh, exactly. Come on!
And you can put it into your hand or the battlefield. And it's also an otter.
Told you, though. This is like, I was like, what's the one thing?
I was with you.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just like, look, yep. I knew there was something in the wings that after this, it was just going to be.
Our opponent discarded a good spell with 4 cards in hand to the, what's it called? Yeah, hitting a Wingfold Terran there too is just absurd.
We're not dead, are we? We have Rock Slide.
Oh, you mean if we draw something sweet?
Yeah.
We could just cast the Phoenix.
Well, I'm going to start cycling here.
Yeah.
You're late. And now, let's see. The trouble is, like, we could mutate, but in order to get to double strike, we need it. We need it bigger.
Have to attack.
Yeah, I had to attack, and that leaves us dead to the crackback.
That has trample.
So all we can do is play the Phoenix and stall. I think
we're still dead.
we're still dead.
Yeah, we are actually still dead. Because if we chump block the 7/7, we take 3. So we go down to 2, and the Brushwag itself can get pumped twice with another land, or they can just attack with everything. Actually, it's pretty funny. Actually terrified now that you mention it.
But we're dead, so let's move on here. You did it, chat. Raise your fists in the air. I told you I would not be salty when you guys did it. I won't even be salty when you get my hair. It'll be funny. Good job.
It means that you've been doing your job, right?
Right, exactly. I feel like a much better teacher now.
Mm-hmm.
And the games have been great. That's the main thing. I've really enjoyed it so far. Interesting
yeah, I came
decisions.
in a little late, but holy smokes, those were sweet games.
All right. Well, I got my pride on the line still. This may be your first win. You still haven't picked up 5 wins against me. So let's try to keep you at 4 here. Thanks for hanging out with me for the whole draft, Marsh. Just so you all know, I told Marsh he could leave any time. You know, he's been here basically all day, so I really appreciate him giving up a full day to hang out with us.
My pleasure.
I feel special.
Oh, you are special. There's no doubt about that.
Dionysus, I would say that if you all, because that's the thing, if I stream for the next 10 years, you all are going to get my hair at some point. When you all get my hair at some point, I'm almost certainly going to take whatever you do to it, and as soon as the time is done, like, shave it. So, yeah. What is he saying? Oh, sub bet? I don't even know what you're talking about. No, since we didn't even talk yet. All right, so I know Marshall wants to keep this. He wants to keep everything. We do have an otter on 3 with any land. We don't have any of our cycling, though, and we're a 15 land deck because of the cycling. So I kind of want to mulligan this to find a more reliable start, or at least some of our cycling to find land. I don't know. Are you keeping this, Marsh? Is this a sneap for you?
Would.
All right. Well,
this one's nice and close.
Marshall's our guest. I'll follow our guest's lead and keep this here.
Turn 3 otter on the play. I'm definitely down for.
I wish we had 15 land left in the deck to find is all.
Bingo, baby. Best draw on the deck.
That was certainly what we wanted. Hi, Jace.
That's the worst card to see, though.
Yeah, like, although we had gusted away to get in with the otter.
No, we'll get in with the otter, probably.
Maybe find us. This is the otter into all those lynxes is what I was liking about this deck.
Mm-hmm.
But this is good. That means we get an attack with the otter. They can choose Farfinder, or we get a card, because we're going to at least bounce the coil bug back.
Yeah, I was kind of starting to say it before about why I keep a lot of hands now that are kind of sketchy. Like, this one was close. Like, if you mulliganed it, I wouldn't say, like, that was dumb. You know, I just would be like, yeah, okay. But the reason that I do, and I was partially joking, but also partially serious when I said I draft good decks, what I meant by that was that I pay a lot of attention to my mana curve and to having things that affect the board, and to having castable spells, and to having like things like cheap cyclers to help me get through. So when I keep my hand, I'm looking at the opening 7, but I'm thinking of the maybe top 12 cards total of my library. So that's 7 plus another 4 or 5 on top of it. And part of the reward for building good curves with castable stuff and backup plans and all that is exactly that, right? It's that you get this, you get to keep a little bit sketchier hands because you have that good curve where you're not drawing 3 5-drops in a row because you built your deck badly or whatever. Ooh, that was a nice play.
Yeah, I was happy to kill that thing and to get back in with the otter. We didn't talk about it because I was letting you talk about something else, but we did. I was thinking, there was worlds in which we don't allow that attack back to happen, but I was okay. I like that, how that ended up, and this is fine too. I mean, we've got some. He's kind of got to get rid of the Phoenix, and the rest of the hand looks solid. So, yeah.
What is this hand? This is a hand that's going to kill you, bud. This is going to make life very, very difficult. What did Nantuko take?
The Phoenix.
Ah.
Well, that's pretty good though. Like we can't really get in with the otter unless we want to spend our whole time, doing a prophecy thing.
I would actually do that.
Do you want to attack with the otter, or do you want to? Are you talking prophecy?
It away and then attack and hope to hit a land to try to cast one of our 4-drops, ideally.
You want to keep this? What are we pitching?
Oh, I would pitch the
Sarah.
I might just not pitch anything.
Yeah.
Maybe the Stinger. I don't know.
Yeah, Stinger's not doing that much here.
Yeah, just like free cycling. I would probably do that. Because we're not cycling anything else anytime soon. Ooh, Dreamtail. And let's see if we can't hit a land here. If we do, I would just slam the Momentum Rumbler.
Okay, well, we have the choice, though. We can also hold up Neutralize.
Yeah, this
Rumbler?
is where I like to press my advantage, because we just made a tempo play, right? We just used Fire Prophecy to get rid of a bug, and that can come back. And now we can get ahead with Momentum Rumbler, which, in my opinion, is the most powerful thing we can do this turn with our 4 mana. Ceratops is a fine magic card, too, but Momentum Rumbler's like a, you got to deal with this now type of thing.
All right.
These are my favorite type of decks to play in all of Magic, by the way. This is where Mana War shines. Right?
Yes, this is Marshall's old school favorite. Cube deck was actually the blue-black tempo bounce type deck.
Exactly.
D with the bold predictions after the game's halfway through. Let's see. We're gonna keep playing our land. We're drawing cards and stuff. We can mutate and
definitely want to mutate.
Neutralize, right?
Yeah.
So
the question is which one? Because the otter gets us an additional card, but the Rumbler's the much quicker clock, and it unlocks us to be able to start attacking with it.
Yeah, I like that. I think we just move in on the Rumbler.
Actually. I do.
We get a card anyway. It sets us, and if they manage the Rumbler Heron, we still have a card drawer. If we,
I'm with you. Also, the Neutralize could be akin to a Time Walk in this situation.
Right.
Like we just blank their next thing. We get the card anyway. It's just an additional card. Oh, wow. You talked about it too, dude. Remember when you said, I actually want to cast this sometimes? There you go.
Yep.
This is a game where that might happen.
Definitely almost countering anything they do coming up. And then we look just excellent on the backswing.
Yeah. The Coil Bug is in the yard, so that's not even a thing. Like if they just tap 4 or 5 mana, it's just like counter it. Particularly anything that messes with the Heron, because next turn that thing's cracking for 6. You guys just troll each other.
Well, I joke because I never have chat on because people just spam your go, and I'm streaming, so if I leave it on, I just get hit with your goes all the time because I'm slow in the best of times, especially when streaming. So I just keep it off, but I turn it on for the chat gauntlet here, and yes, then we get silly with each other.
I have my chat off as well.
I had it on for a long time because I felt like I was supposed to be able to take it, right? Like why would you let that get to you, Ryan, or whatever, right? But then I was just
Mhm.
like, I turned it off and I was so happy. It was just like,
Yeah.
it was so good.
That's how I felt too. So
Yeah.
this is a turn where it looks like Nantuko maybe has removal, like they have a. Oh wow!
Yeah,
But we can't cast that realistically.
Yeah,
Or
well,
we
I'm just gonna keep trucking with the heron here.
Yeah, I like that because this is 6 right now. So I would expect a removal spell.
Yeah,
here.
I'm expecting a blood curdle, and if not, we're in a great position. All right.
Oh wow, it's actually hitting.
If it's hitting,
I just pass.
well, we can play Ceratops and still
You can.
neutralize.
Oh yeah, then I would do that. Yeah.
Just gotta cast it right. And we're telegraphing. I'm sure Nantuko knows exactly what's up right now, but sometimes you know exactly what's up and it don't matter.
That's see what you just described is exactly the type of magic that I like to play. Where I'm like, I've got all these things and I'm gonna kill you and you're gonna have 5 cards in your hand when I do it.
Right on, Robert. Thanks for the kindness. Better to get.
Thanks, Robert.
Are there classic episodes of LR we should go back and listen to?
God, yes, there are.
Ooh, yeah. Given the mulligan keep decisions we had today, you should go back and listen to the episode we did on mulliganing decisions. You will not recognize the Marshall Sutcliffe talking in that one.
On what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was the example hand we used in that episode, I think was 4 land, both our colors, a 1/5, and so anyway, it was like you would sneep it now. Like, but it was a little bit on the edge for the time, but like now,
I mean, we're 2 mulligan rules away, or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, but still, even the philosophy that you espouse, I think you would find is very different from your current philosophy.
Yeah, turns out I change.
Yes, as you should. We all should. We're gonna counter this.
Yeah, and then you just Frostveil and it's GG. I mean, it might just be GG anyway, but you have a double striking flyer. Now you do need a Frostveil, but you can and then win the game.
Yes. Or we can... No, we can't even do that. We should just do this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's got good content, too. I think it's a good, interesting discussion of mulliganing. It's not that even the mulligan discussion is out of date, although it is a little bit because of the rules, but like the stuff we're talking about on that episode is pretty good. It holds up over time, I think. Let's see.
Somebody did make a list that might be in the LRcast subreddit of like the notable...
I think
like
even I did.
Episodes?
I think I made. Let me check my old. Now that we're done with the action, good games, everybody. Nice tight 3-4 result. I like it. But good job, chat. You did it. You took your first one off of me, and we'll see if you can get some more in the future. I am going to see if I can find this list that I made back in the day of LR episodes. Yeah, here we go. Best of Ryan era limited resources. So I'll just share this out. Let's see. Share.
There you go.
Anyone with the link. Here you go. Number 3, Bringing Home the Loot. Number 4, Breaking Bread. That's my best name episode, by the way. That's...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Best named episode. Best case scenario mentality. That's a good one. Number 5. That's the introduction of that concept. But here's... I think it'll probably cut a lot of this off, but we can try. There. Okay, good. There you go. So there's my numerical list of episodes you might enjoy. Yeah, Nantuko, we were like, well, good news. Bad news, he's going to get our Phoenix. Good news, he's going to realize he's probably losing this game. No, there was... That was a good one. Oh, Zach's being kind. I mean, some episodes were better than others, but I think when it comes to best of lists, obviously what we're looking for are LR episodes from my era that stand the test of time. Obviously, you're probably not going to be too interested in hearing a set review of, World Wake or whatever, unless you're, I don't know. Some people still go back and listen to that too. But those episodes represent the evergreen content, as we like to say, the stuff that's going to stand the test of time, even through some mulligan rule changes and stuff. So, all right, it's 3:00. It's my daughter's birthday. I still have a bunch of stuff to do. We've kept Marsh away from his life for 6 hours ish. Let's get back to the regular world and say farewell. Marsh, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to flip it around on you. Where can people find you? Everybody here knows, but
Yeah, the main stuff is the podcast limited resources. That's lrcast.com, Marshall_LR on basically all social media. And then my new thing, I'm working with Wizards of the Coast to do a new kind of short YouTube style video clip that I pitched to them. And they actually let me do called Outside Notes, where I talk about Ikoria Limited. It's meant to be kind of fun and fast and maybe get a little information across as well somewhere in the mix. Last week, I had Luis on, and next week I've got Mike Segrist is my special guest. And
nice.
So those drop on Tuesdays. And again, it's called Outside Notes.
Mike participated in our 8-streamer draft that Lola Man coordinated for us, and sounds like we're going to have Lola Man on next week. So anyway, but that's awesome, Marsh. Thank you again so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. What we're going to
buddy.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that, because next time I'm going to solve my tech issues. We're going to get you on video screen, and then hopefully next time you can be part of the chat team and try to go for my scalp here. Okay.
Yep, I like that.
All right, we'll see you. Bye, Marshall.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube here. Sure thing, Nantuko. And that's awesome. Intangible. Love it. Glad you found us. Is Siggy... well, let me start by saying thank you so much, YouTube friends, for hanging out for that one. YouTube, they got 4 wins off me. It finally happened. You knew it was going to happen sometime, and they're going to push for more next week. So I got to steal up, redouble, and keep trucking. All right. Bye, YouTube. See ya.